How many average people could a professional fighter take on? Ask any professional fighter and they will say, all of you. But one at a time. It becomes extremely dangerous when you're outnumbered, especially if you are not able to keep them all within your line of sight, e.g. if one circles behind you, if you drop the normal guy and from high enough, just 1, 2 or 3, tops. Pretty much everything you've trained starts to fall apart when you're fighting more than one person. Even something as simple as one person standing behind you easy to coordinate, since they can see each other, puts you in a position where you have no defensive options. Even an overweight office drone could knock you out, possibly even kill you, just by whacking you in the back of your head really hard. Now there might be some options if the professional has planned ahead. For example, knock the first guy out fast in one really big overwhelming surprise strike, then turn towards the other, but that still depends on the first guy being oblivious to what you're trying. If he puts up even a hallway decent defense, that buys more than enough time for the other guy to wallop the snot out of you from behind. Source here is 15-ish years of tournament-level martial arts training. Even with a little mental planning on how I might handle 2 people at once, a lot rides in the theory that they're both total morons. In a boxing match, I'd say 3, maybe 4. In a fight? 2, maybe 3. The problem with fighting more than one person is that sooner or later guy 2 is going to stab you in the back or throw a brick at your head from behind. Street fighting is way different from pro fighting. There's no way a pro fighter could not get some bad injuries, if only to his fists. It depends a lot on morale. Eddie Hall, former world's strongest man and current MMA amateur, just posted a video https://youtu.by11teunv6-i question C=0W6GR-no ZUONVUA, where he took on 5 average guys at the same time. After he took out the first guy, the rest basically rooted. If they all went at once they could take him, but no one wants to be the first guy to risk getting launched into space, lol. Are we sending these average folks in one at a time, or are they just ganging up on them? Because that changes it a lot. I'd probably say they could get through 2-4 organized fights before exhaustion sets in. I'm a 40-year-old desktop worker, and my fighter boxer would easily knock down 10 of me even if we jumped him all at once. Everyone has a plan, till they get punched in the mouth. I'm really not used to get a punch in the face. It would only take 1 hit per me. I don't care if there were 10 people, I wouldn't want to be in there against Mike Tyson at his peak. That right hand was a sledgehammer. At least 5 people are not ready to take multiple punches from a professional punch thrower. Fighter is going to move and strike, which will hurt like you won't believe. They don't flinch when they get hit, and you're going to gas out before them. Unless they are a fighter heavily dependent on grappling, then 2 people could probably work. I'd say it depends on how willing the average are to fight and how coordinated they can be. Many years ago I took part in a big fight, maybe 40 people fighting. I don't want to play a hero. I got 2 hits into the head and went down where we had a karate black belt on our side, and he took down 7 guys, each one just by 1 punch, 2-5 depending on the rules. All at once? Or 1 at a time? Consecutively, or time to rest or cover after a fight? Rules? Or free for all? A million untrained fighters rush the UFC dude from all angles. Game over in no time. The only possible chance for the UFC fighter is to try to corral them in a line and take them out 1 at a time. Perhaps push the fight into a corridor or similar space. Then again, fighter should be a good striker. Go to ground, and chances are he gets dogpiled. In such a situation a boxer might have a better chance. Punches will be more effective in confined spaces. Kicks might be ineffectual as well. All of them. If it was a group, I'd pin the legs, and probably get choked out. Roberto Duran famously took on 5 people at once in a street fight and caught them all, and he was a small man and not anywhere near his peak.